Have you ever wondered if God really has a plan for your life? Maybe you're in a season where nothing makes sense. Doors are closing, people are walking away, and you're asking, God, what are you doing? Here's the truth. Even when you can't see it, God's plan is still unfolding. Today, let's break down one of the most loved and most misunderstood verses in the Bible. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Welcome back to Jesus Speaks. In this series, we go verse by verse to uncover what God's Word really means for your life today. If you're ready to discover God's plan for your future and understand what Jeremiah 29 verse 11 truly says, stay till the end because this message might shift how you see your entire life. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Let's start with that first phrase, "For I know the plans I have for you." This is God speaking directly to his people who were in exile. The Israelites had been taken captive to Babylon. They had lost their homes, their freedom, and their peace. Yet right in the middle of their pain, God sends them this message through the prophet Jeremiah. He doesn't say, "You're forgotten." He says, "I know." Even when you don't, he knows. That's the first truth. God's plan doesn't disappear in difficult seasons. Now the next line, plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Here's the thing, the word prosper here isn't just about money or success. The Hebrew word used is shalom, which means peace, completeness, well-being. God isn't promising a life free of pain, but a peace that holds you through the pain. It means he's working for your total good, emotionally, spiritually, eternally. Then comes the promise, plans to give you hope and a future. When Jeremiah wrote these words, the people were told they'd remain in exile for 70 years. So this wasn't an instant blessing, it was a long-term plan. And that's the heart of this verse. God's timing might not match your expectations, but his plan is always leading you toward restoration. Let's bring this closer to home. Maybe right now you're facing uncertainty, a job loss, broken relationship, or just silence when you pray. But God is saying to you the same thing he said to his people. I know what I'm doing. Sometimes his plan takes you through valleys before it brings you to the mountaintop. He allows delays, detours, and even disappointments, not to destroy you but to develop you. Because every season you're in right now is preparing you for the promise ahead. So don't rush God's plan. Trust his process. Because the one who wrote your story has already seen the ending, and it's good. Take a moment and say this with faith. Lord, I trust your plan even when I don't understand it. Let that be your prayer today. Remember, Jeremiah 29 verse 11 isn't just a nice verse for a greeting card. It's a declaration of hope spoken to people in captivity. So when you feel stuck, remember that God's promises still stand. He's not finished with you yet. If this message touched you, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to Jesus Speaks for more verse-by-verse teachings and prayers. And in the comments, type, I trust God's plan. Let's fill this section with faith today.